Now, aside from the little bit of painting that needs to be done on that gauge surround plastics, I've still got all that work to make that key barrel surround, and we still have to get that lower corner of the leg shield fixed and done right. Guys, there is hours worth of work in that, and that's not an exaggeration. That's probably a good 8 hours worth of work. So I think what we're going to do is, as much as I need to stop saying it at the start of episodes, we're not going to be finished on this one either. I'm going to do the rest of this build off camera. You get the idea of what's happening. In the next episode on this, I'll give you a quick highlights reel of what I did to finish it. I'll get the paint laid down, and the thing I've been really waiting for is to get this legal with a license plate so I can take it for a ride. So that's the plan. It should hopefully work out. Hopefully it'll be the next episode following this one. If not, I'll get it to you as soon as possible. But guys, this has just ballooned into a massive job. That leg shield on its own has been, yeah, you don't even want to know. It's just been a nightmare. So yeah, I'll get cracking on with that. We'll do that behind the scenes, and the next time you'll see the bike, it should be all painted up and in one piece, hopefully with a license plate. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry that we're not done still. I really wanted to be done at the end of this episode, but that's the way life goes. And welcome to this episode of the Bad Idea Bros. As you can see from behind me, the Stardust is finally done. Now, there were obviously a lot of things left to do the last time you saw this thing, and I'm very happy to report that it all went reasonably smoothly. Now, a lot of hours were spent, but it all worked out the way I was hoping, and I'm really happy with how the bike's turned out. So that leg shield ended up being a huge amount of work. I think I put 10 plus hours into just that plastic, creating the key barrel surround from scratch, the whole lower corners from scratch. That was a lot of work. It was actually some of the hardest work I've done body-wise on any bike ever. But as you can see, it is all complete now. Everything is done and it's in one piece. Probably the best it's been in a long time. Now, the reason I can say that is that the bike is now legal. We've obviously got a license plate on it, so that means I can ride it today. I did get a bit of a shock when I went to register this little thing. I was told it was off the road for a couple of years. This bike was last registered in 2012, so it's been off the road for 13 years. So I'm surprised that it did actually go as smooth as it did. But guys, that's enough telling you about it. Let's go and do this thing and take it on the road for the first time in a long time. Alright guys, so as you can see, she's complete. We've got a pretty good day, and the plan isn't anything too dramatic. We're just going to ride around this bay, and we'll see how far we can get. If we can make it all the way around to behind that tree line, that'll be Sumner Beach, and I feel like that'll be a nice little test of the bike. So, as I mentioned, first time in 13 years, allegedly. 2012 was the last rego, so it's been quite a while since this little thing's been on the road legally. Now, I say legally because I did technically ride it in the first episode to make sure it was going to go. So, we'll get this thing started. Not quite. How many kicks? 3 kicks. She is a bit cold. I must have spent too long there talking about the bike. Our first stop might be for fuel. It's just above empty there, so we'll see how that goes. Now, these tiny little 2.5 inch wide 10 inch tyres are terrible in this gravel. It's all a bit damp, it's all a bit loose, so we'll take it very easily through here. This is, of course, the same starting point you guys saw me running the bike in the first episode, so I thought it might be nice to come back here and give it another go. We'll just wait for that car. Alright, here we go. Obviously not off at a blistering pace. The little 50cc 2-stroke only does about 50 kilometers an hour with me on it, so it'll be a nice slow cruise today. and it is an absolutely gorgeous day for it. We do have a bit of a sea mist rolling in, so hopefully I'll be out of that before it gets too thick. Alright guys, this gas station will do us. Interesting to see how much it costs to fill. .62 litres, it must be a 3 litre tank, I would assume. I've spilt fuel. Well done. And we are off. We are now in a 50 zone, so that means I'm actually doing the limit. We do have a spectacular day for it though guys. Look at that water. Glass smooth. I'm going to go around this little back road just to stay out of the way of the traffic for a little bit. 30? We can do 30. Right. Alright guys, so we might take this opportunity to just stop and have a little bit of a chat about the wee Stardust because it's riding really well, a lot better than I had anticipated. Unfortunately the sun's behind me, but you can see it in the background there. We are here in one piece. Now, something that you guys have probably been quite curious about is cost and time spent. As I stand here right now, the cost I'm not 100% sure of, but I do have all that information at home, so I will compile that and put a list on screen now. Hopefully that should give you an idea of what was spent. It wasn't crazy. It was more time than money on this one. So the hours were ridiculous. I spent way too much time on this little thing. A lot more hours than I was expecting. I actually ended up clocking up nearly, well, just over 50 hours in fact. I think it was about 51 and a half hours that I spent getting this little bike right. Obviously, a lot of that came down to the bodywork. So with those missing components on the plastics, that ate up time like you would not believe. It took so long to reproduce those little plastic bits, the key surround and the bottom corner of the leg fairing. It was unbelievable. It's not something I've done before, so it would probably be quicker if I was to do it again. There was a learning factor included in that time, but honestly guys, I think it was worth it. The bike's come up a treat. That color looks amazing. I'm so happy with it, and so far so good with the riding. Now I want to make the most of the sun, so let's jump back on this little thing and keep pushing on. All right, back on the wee bike. This boat ramp is ridiculously slippery, so gonna have to take a bit of care here. Okay, first pop. So like I was saying guys, today's just going to be a little bit of a cruise. I don't know how much of this or which portions of the ride I'll include in the episode, but I can safely tell you I'm having a blast with the wee thing. It's got a couple of foibles, but older bikes will do that. And although the tyres are considerably better than what was on it, they are still extremely narrow, so as soon as you lean it starts to want to turn in, so that's a little unnerving. But a bit of time, we'll get used to that. I know I've said it before, but man, this weather is absolutely cracking today. Absolutely cracking. Cruising around the bays feels like a nice use of the time for it. The bike does feel like it's clearing the more I use it. It was a little sluggish this morning. Obviously being cold was going to attribute to some of that, but the top end has been improving the whole time I've been riding it, and the acceleration feels a little better. I'd say maybe the clutches were a bit glazed perhaps, or centrifugal clutch in these things. They need to have a bit of friction to be able to work, so perhaps all that sitting around had left them a little glazed. It is still a bit slow off the mark, but it's definitely noticeably better than it was. I think we'll turn left and we'll go into Sumner Village. Well, this could be quite ill-advised guys, but I'm going to try and take it up the hill to show you guys a view from the top. Oh, this is a lot steeper than I remember it. Now it is only a 40 zone, so got that going for me, but this is a heck of a lot steeper than I remember. Well, we're in it now. We're doing just over 30. There is no traffic behind me, thank goodness. We're doing 32, 31, but looks like we're going to make it. Come on, little scooter, you can do it. Alright, this is the goal. Oh, scrapey, scrapey. As far as I need to take it. Look at that for a view, guys. So we came in on that main road there, that straight run that you can see, and yeah, we've climbed quite a way already, but it is A really cool view. You can see that sea mist that we were in earlier this morning. That's over on that side of the bay now. So I think what we might do is descend the hill, and instead of just going back the way we came, we'll take you can see the clock tower down there. We'll just take that coastal road back around, and that should put us back pretty much where we started. That is an immensely good view. Guys, it puts us back out onto the same road we came in on. We get those nice water views again, just a little further up, and we might follow this all the way back around the way we came and end up where we started this episode, in that wee car park. I am very impressed by this little bike. It's done very well. Well, there we have it, guys, full circle back to where we started this morning, and the wee Stardust has done exceptionally. I could not ask for better performance, actually. So that went impeccably well. The wee Stardust exceeded my expectations. Obviously the first ride's always the one you're never too sure about, and you've kind of just got to go boots in and see how it goes. It did so well. It even climbed that wee hill going up towards Taylor's Mistake to give you guys that view. I was pretty nervous about that, but 30 kilometers an hour for that wee bike with me on it, that was really good. I couldn't really expect much better. Now guys, the amount of work that went into this thing was ridiculous. It really was, and I mean, it was a bit of a learning process, as I mentioned, but at the same time, I'm glad that it did go the way that it went and everything worked out well. So I don't really know what to do with it now. It's not something I need. Would you guys like to see it again? Would you like me to do something silly with it? Do an adventure? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, or if you've got any ideas. Other than that, I might just part ways with it, because in all honesty, a wee 50, it's not much use to me for the type of riding I'm doing, and I don't really need it as a commuter. Now, that being said, the bike does have one little party piece left, and we're going to have to fast forward a little bit for you guys to see that. So let's give it a go. And that appears to work. Now guys, you probably can't see me, but hopefully you can hear me, but you can definitely see that the wee bike has underglow. Now nothing screams 90s to me more than a bit of underglow on your bike or your car, so I thought it'd be a bit of a laugh to give that one the treatment. Obviously, a lot of work went into this bike, a lot of work that probably didn't need to go into the bike, but I am a bit of a perfectionist, so yeah, just thought it'd be a cherry on top to have something silly like that. But guys, that's going to do it for this one. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please give us a like, maybe a subscribe, follow along. We are on Facebook and Instagram. Your support is hugely appreciated. Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers this year. I think we're at about 3,500, so we are getting there. We're chipping away. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you for following along, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.